Right, okay, day 19. So we're going from the sphere of understanding to the sphere of wisdom. Okay, now we get into the area of the tree where it's not really possible to reside there permanently. Um, when I've, because we're still dealing with the physical plane, right? There's not really much I can say about these higher aspects of the tree at the moment. Um, Not just because I'm not prepared to, in the sense that I don't want to. It's also that I don't really know what I'm talking about. Um, so it's me being brutally honest, you know, or just honest. Um, or rather, I don't really know what I should say. Perhaps I don't know what the correct, course of action for this is dealing with these areas is. Um, you can find out a lot just by doing a little bit of research. Um, like, for example, sphere of wisdom is considered to be also in the physical plane, and the physical plane is in the sphere of wisdom. And you can say the same thing about the next sphere, the highest sphere of spirit, and the ultimate sphere, number one. That's also in the physical plane, as the physical plane is in the spiritual plane, in the highest sphere. All is one. You know, the ultimate reality is one reality. There is no differentiation between things. And the wisdom sphere is really about understanding that and putting it into practice. And that's what wisdom is. It's like kind of knowledge and understanding in action. Yeah, in a lot of ways, I think of it. I mean, it's a feminine sphere, but I think it's like the soul sphere to me. This sphere, I sort of like associate it quite a lot with Uranus, the planet Uranus. Although some people associate Uranus with the highest sphere, a lot of people associate this sphere with Neptune. Um, but again, there is no specific, you know, planetary correspondence for this sphere that's agreed upon. So it's up to you how you look at it and deal with it. As I said before in one of the other videos, these are kind of two more recent additions to the tree. Um, this spirit sphere and the wisdom sphere. It's kind of arbitrary, that there are only 10 spheres to the tree, or that there are 10 spheres, as opposed to a different number. Well, that's one way of looking at it anyway. So the tarot card that links these two spheres is the Empress card, who links the sphere of understanding, or Saturn, with the sphere of wisdom. Understanding and wisdom are highly praised in the book of Proverbs in the Bible. They're considered to be much more valuable than gold and silver. So and they, on the physical plane, they connect with the third eye, and the third eye is the one that's given such significance in Hindu tradition. That's why they always put that dot on their forehead to represent the third eye. So yeah, probably just a meditation would be good for today's lesson. Just a bit of meditation. We're back onto the benevolent side of the tree again. It's all good. Tomorrow we're back to the top of the tree. We're going to think about what wholeness and oneness. So all this sort of heaven and hell stuff is all going to be integrated into the same plane. It's all one thing. So this is how, when we go up into this spirit plane, we are going to be looking at the spiritual aspect of the physical plane. So we're going to be getting in touch with that area. We've already looked at two aspects of the physical plane, like the physical aspect and the mental aspect. We're now going to be looking tomorrow at the spiritual aspect, the air aspect. And then all we'll have left after that is the fire aspect, which will happen when we go further down the tree again, before we go back into starting the next whole phase, which is going to be the proper astral plane. And this higher plane and where we are now, we're also dealing with the connection between this physical plane and the real foundation, and as the proper astral plane, the proper emotional plane. Who you really are, what you really are, what you really are feeling. All this stuff behind all the illusion. Once you get rid of all the illusion, what's really going on, who you really are. That's what we're going to get to after this physical plane is dealt with. But part of it is learning, and this topper part, higher part of the tree, is learning about how there's a connection, beyond all this stuff, the spirit, the mind, all this stuff that we've been dealing with. There's a whole other reality behind it, that's much deeper. And once we get into that, we will feel it very strongly, and it will have like a real impact on us. When we get to deal with the real astral plane, it's going to be dealing with a whole new dimension, like a whole other world, literally a total other world, with a complete new senses, new smells, new tastes, and everything is going to be new. And so that's what we need to get to grips with whilst we're dealing with these higher aspects of the physical plane.